All right, so that's the furthest I can get without my pinking shears, actually, because now we'll have to go around and trim the circular sewing, because it'll help it make it lie nicer when I actually go to sew them. Or, well, once they're turned and like finished, they'll lie nicer. So that's all going to go in the bin for now. Good accomplishment. I'm going to check my Instagram notifications. All right, I'm going to mute you and we are going to head into the cutting room. Right. I'm like 90% complete tidying up the cutting table. So I guess I'll set you up and we'll finish that up before we actually start cutting. I might not get the interiors and interfacing cut today, but hey, getting the cutting table cleared up is obviously integral to the business as well. So why it's a mess is because I was actually pulling everything out so that I could I used to have bolts of fabric up in these two empty things, and it doesn't work because it blocks the access on that end around the end of the cutting table. So there's a bookshelf behind you guys, so behind the laptop right now, that I basically cleared a bunch of books off of and like textbooks and things, and put the bolts from there onto the bookshelf behind you guys. But I thought that I was done. Apparently, I was mistaken. Well, okay, I knew there's a few things on here, but I didn't remember there being this much. And at this point, we're just going to kind of throw everything in somewhere and start working. Well, not completely willy-nilly, but mostly willy-nilly. Plus, I'll have to actually get the bolts of fabric out so that I can cut. All right, that's stuff to keep as well. That's actually marking pen or pens and stuff. That's a bill. My billfold is up there. Okay, I'll set it at the back here for now. What are you? Oh, you wear patterns. Okay. Oh yeah, and I do want that out because I need to cut it still. So that can come over here actually and go here for now. Let's scraps I'm keeping aside for someone because they were specifically requested. That's an order sheet we'll put over there. Scraps I don't know what to do with yet, apparently. Eek. That's a pattern piece that now needs to be flattened. Sorry. There we go. All right. Display stuff that hasn't really worked out like I wanted it to, but would actually maybe work in here for other things. There we go. All right. Oh, you are the ones that'll break easy. Okay, interesting. Coffee cup that needs to go upstairs. Scraps. Scrappy, scraps. Keepsakes. We'll just pile those over there for now. Scrappy scraps. Washi tape that's actually super useful for patterns, so it can stay in here. More fish from glasses cases. So this is what I'll use for the Obi ones. So I'll tuck those up in there. And just a bunch of stuff that I haven't got a home for yet. So it's just going to go on the shelf. Come on, sit on the paper nice. There we go. Actually, these are super useful. I'm not going to tuck them away because I need to finish putting hooks up for scissors. I actually set up a little like ruler and cutting wall thing, but I need my shears back before I can put the last of the command hooks up for them. Okay. Cool. I'm in the point of my day where I just want to nap. Should have planned to have another coffee while I was upstairs, but that's okay. All right, pattern weights can go away. Now we need the big bag bucket of fun, and then we need the somethings. Now you may be asking, why are you doing this if you don't have shears? But I have a rotary cutter, so we're going to be using the rotary cutter. All right, which one was the big bag box? I think this is the big bag box. All righty then. So there are some bags that have been partially finished in here, so we're going to, sorry, that was probably loud. We're going to assess what I need and figure out what I need to finish it. Why aren't you finished? Because the zipper is gapped away from the webbing. So I'm going to have to finish sewing that again. And it'll need a new webbing piece for the other side. So Shibas need a webbing piece. Why are you not finished? You're just not finished because I didn't finish you. You probably ended up in timeout for something else. All right, there's a cut for an interior, another for an interior. Why is the beige one so much larger than the blue one? We will square those up then. Okay, you look like you probably just need a piece of webbing. I probably got through these and like finished half of it and then ended up at, oh yeah, it's the same problem as the Shiba, is that the zipper didn't get caught. So I'll have to seam rip that a little bit. So I need a purple and a beige webbing piece. Here's some extra lining and interfacing. Very nice. Lots and lots of lining. That's good. I think I actually did end up going into the box with the big bags and pulling this out. Oh no, this was everything that was sitting on top of this shelf last week. That's right. This room is cold. We do have air conditioning on the house, but whoa, man. I need a hoodie. All right, let me go grab my hoodie from my chair. One moment. All right, I just noticed that the vent is actually wide open over here, so I think this is a good sign that I need to actually close up that vent. And yeah, because this room is closed up so the cats and the kids don't get into it. So that makes sense. All right, let's lay out our plans here. Now, I know that some of these are cut out for Lux tote bags as well. And some of them are kind of like a one for me, one for you, one for me situation. So let's just lay everything out. We'll split them up into colors of what I think I want to align them with. And then we'll see where we're at based on what time I actually need to leave the house. So, because I've got another 45 minutes till my alarm goes off. So, you know. All right, this one's easy. I'm just going to pull it right away. It's going to be lined with this beige because it's so dark. And it's not blue, so we'll line it with the beige. Oh, there's apparently 2 pieces of beige there. All right, you get to go over here then. And then with this one, I'll probably do the purple for handles, but we'll decide that later. So I'll just pop it there. All right. Let's start splitting up into piles, and then we'll pop this over here for now. Okay, so that's going to be lined in white. This will be lined in blue because it's blue wave cats. And we're just going to fold this up so I've got a little bit more space. Like that. You guys, I don't know what I'm doing with you guys yet. We're going to line the capybara in blue, the solid blue probably. Dahlia, hey. Scratch her at the door. Beige. Super easy. We'll actually just take that other piece that I just had. Wherever it went. There we go. Like that. Banana cats are going to be white. I don't know why. They just are. This one's really fun. I haven't made anything out of this. I didn't even show cutting, I don't think. But it's a cat classroom. And the colors on there, it's so good. It's like lavender, gray lavender with that bright pink. Is super cute. You are going to be beige. Yes, beige. So we'll start the beige pile up here. All right. Sassy cat on lavender background is going to be white. White. Sassy cat with roses, blue. And now this is where it's getting into one for you, one for me. So these two we're going to put into the Lux tote. So it's just going to kind of go back into that box. I don't have a box done, like a bin ready for them yet. It's somewhere. I don't know. I think I got to clear something else out because I think I have 2 big bag bins. Very dark. So this is going to go in the blue pile. And then we're going to actually make 2 of those. Yeah, because then there's two Lux tote bags as well. And the cats, of course, are fighting down on the floor. All right, let's just pull all these out. And then I think probably what we'll have time for today is figuring out what we're cutting for them and then making a count to figure out that as well. All right, the bunnies in grasses. The light pink is going to be a white lining. And the navy is going to be a dark, like the blue lining. Actually, that would almost be a good one to use the snowflake batik in because it's so dark. So that might happen. I'm not sure. If it's not this, I'm going to do the bright solid blue on it. Oh, right, because I don't actually... Yeah, it's a solid blue because right now I don't have patterned blue. I ran out. Which is fine. Off cut. So this will be white. Actually, no, that's going to be blue because that'll actually match the sheep. The cats are back in town on teal is going to be beige. Cats back in town on pink, beige. Cats back in town on ivory, off-white is going to be white. Cats and floral wreaths are all going to be beige because they're like a muted color. So this nice dark blue, the sage green, and then, oh, apparently I cut Lux Totes from those two. That is going to look so good with brown leather because the tones on it, like especially at this cat, are that brown. So it's going to have brown leather. When I make the Lux Tote bags, they're going to be lined in a charcoal, and then they'll have brown leather with probably antique bronze fittings. So like the rivets to actually hold the straps on. This one might look really good with black with the antique bronze on it actually. So we'll decide. But it'll be leather straps. Big bags, both beige. Got tigers. This is another situation we're going to do a big bag and a Lux Tote. So I'm going to pull one. And then this will get the blue, whatever blue I use. Carousel, that is going to get lined with beige. Navy citrus is going to be blue. Pink citrus will be white. All right, this is the beige pop. Excuse me. All right, all of this got cut. So it's going to be black, pink, black, pink, black, pink, black, pink. So 4 to Lux Tote and 4 into big bag. So 2 and 2 is what it means. Pink will be white, lined with white. The cat on this is so big that it cannot be made into anything else. It would have made a super cute dress though too. Actually, now that I look at it, but that's not what I make. So bags it is. I really love the shimmer on this one too. So the color on the black is really awesome contrast, but that shimmer right there is freaking fantastic. That is not showing up on camera in any way, shape, or form, obviously. So, all right, white. Now, I might not finish both of those, but I will, with the best intentions, try to. These guys will be Lux Tote, so they'll both be lined in charcoal as well. Actually, the black will probably be lined in black canvas. Since I have it, I might as well use it. Sheep, gray on natural is going to go to beige. Sheep, white on blue is going to go to blue. Let's see here. Let's go to beige. This is Sassy Cat Patchwork. Beige. Another split. Floral Wreath Cats on Dusty Pink. I'm going to line that in white. Beige. Beige. Lux Tote. That'll be a charcoal lining. This one is a Lux Tote as well. This will be a black lining. And I think this will be, it will definitely actually, with this color scheme, will be black leather and then gold rivets. Gold toned rivets. Another situation of 2. Oh, this goes this way. It's a really large print as well. Like larger than my print large. So this will go, oh, what do you want to be? I think you need to be in beige. It's not white and it's not blue. Yeah, beige. Beige. And then this one will go into Lux Tote Bag. This will be lined in charcoal. Cranes. Another situation of 1 for big, 1 for Lux. Done. And then the navy is going to be lined with the solid blue. And the purple will be lined with the beige. Another Lux Tote cut. White for the peach crazy cats. And then beige for Sassy Cat in amongst Wisteria on red. and beige for Sassy Cat amongst Wisteria on purple, white, and white. Someone did mention that they didn't want to get this dirty, which is fair. So I might make that white one with a canvas bottom, even though it's not something I normally do. White, blue. White, blue. Okay, so let's match up some of these with the current ones that are cut. You're all set for interfacing. You need zippers and webbing. So you're going to pull them out and put them, we're just going to drape them because I need to also get an interfacing count. All right, beige. There's actually 2 pieces of beige here, so we'll do that. And then blue, but not the fancy blue. So we're going to put that non-fancy blue, or at least not like the solid color blue, into the capybara and the wave cats. There we go. Done. And then this one needs to be squared up, but it will go in the Sassy Cat. Well, I don't know why. Whatever. Let's square it up while I'm thinking about it. I don't know why it's so wildly different, but it must have been, who knows? Who knows how I was cutting that night? All right. I need my rotary cutter and my ruler. And we'll just square it up to the actual piece that I am sewing it into, like this. Scooch over just a touch. There we go. Just so it actually is like that. There we go. So this will get black webbing because that's the color I want to pick out. Well, I don't want, it's just such a bright, or not bright, but it's got so many contrasting colors in it anyway. I don't want to add another one to the patchwork color. So it'll just be a black webbing, which I just realized I don't know if I have it actually in 1 inch. I think it's 1.25 inch, which is fine, but I do prefer the 1 inch handles. Come on. There we go. All right, so there's the beige. So we're going to ignore those for a minute. I need my notepad, which for some reason I put over here out of reach, of course. And then notepad, and I need a pen. But that is one thing that I found while I was tidying up was a bunch of pens, which is awesome. It seems to be always something that I'm looking for down in the studio, even though I've purposefully bought pens for the studio. All right. So we need big bag, white, blue, and beige. And then we need the interfacing as well. Interfacing. Okay, so I get I get 3 cuts for the actual big bags out of the thing. So I'll do the counts and then I will divide by 3 to figure out how many cuts I actually need to make. So we got, actually, except for on the blue. I don't know that one yet because it's a smaller bolt. 1, 2, 3. Why do I not have 2 light blues? Interesting. 1, 2. Maybe I'm not supposed to have this one here. No, that's right. That's because there's 2 navy over here. Really? But not 2 light blue. Interesting. Oh, whatever. Okay. 1, 2, 3 blue. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that'll be the stuff that's out of the solid blue, not this like pattern blue like the rest of the fabrics. We'll get the white here and do it next. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 white. So there's 10 blue, 11 white. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 beige. So the white and the beige, 12 is perfect. So it'll be 4 cuts of each of the white and beige. So we're just going to stack them together and pop them over here. And then that means that the interfacing, there needs to be, and so, yeah, the blue, I got to figure out how many I can actually cut because it's only a 42-inch wide bolt versus the lining, the white and beige lining, it's 108 inches wide. Yes. Okay, so beige, blue, we have to figure out how many cuts, and the interfacing, so there's at already 22, 33 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 39 pieces of interfacing to cut. And I think I can get 3 again from the interfacing. So that means that we have 13 cuts of the extra wide interfacing as well, which I think might actually use up the rest of the interfacing that I have. I guess we'll find out. So let's actually work on the blue cuts because that's what's going to take the most brain power, and I don't feel like doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think what we'll be doing, so tomorrow is Thursday, July 6th, when I'm talking about tomorrow. I think what we'll do tomorrow is I am not going to obviously cut all of the lining today. So we'll finish up the lining and then we'll do interfacing tomorrow, as well as webbing actually is the other big one that has to be done for this. Okay, how many blue did I say? 10. Okay, so mathing time. This is 44, 21, so it's nearly 23 inches wide. Might be better to actually leave this for like some of the other bags, like the large box bags, because this isn't going to line up prettily. Okay, so math. So it's like 22.5 inches wide. So it's a 45-inch bolt. And I'm not going to give away my big bag dimensions, although you probably can figure it out if you actually did the math. Yeah, there is no pretty way to do that. It would be left over with quite a bit of fabric, actually. Although that means that I could use it for the triangle pouches. So I think we'll go with it for now and figure out a better solution later. All right, so we need 10 cuts of blue. So each of these will do Oh man, it's so close to even being like 21. Actually, this would probably end up making really good lining for the pencil pouches I keep talking about as well. We'll figure something out. And it would actually very much work for the glasses cases when I get around to making more. So let's just go for it. So we need 1, I find a lot of the time it's easier just to line up what you're actually going to make with the fabric, because then it's getting cut exactly to the dimensions of whatever you're making from it. The other nice thing about using a bolt like this is that my ruler actually fits the fabric. It does not on the big wide quilt back bolts. So, all right. I'm gonna move this up here. And we'll give this a little trimmy trim as well. Typically I would do it not on the fold, but if you cut excess off with the fold still intact, you get a significant amount more usable fabric. And so there's a nice chunk of usable fabric. That is not quite. One end is good for the triangle pouch, the other end is not. So I'll figure out a use for it later. I really like this solid blue actually. So, and there's no point in letting it sit around. I may as well be using it. So that's what we'll do. All right, cranes. I like how I was like questioning that. They're cranes? Yes, they're cranes. So right now we're working on cutting big bag lining in preparation for a pop-up with Ancient Arts Yarns on July 15th down at their studio in Southeast Calgary. They're on the Blackfoot, just across from Shaw GNC. And I am low on stock on big bags anyway, so this will be a good sewing amount for our excursion for Knit City as well, which is in September. And just in general, I need to actually restock Market Spot and Market Mall as well. So they don't sell it in Knit City. Some of these will come home and go on the website, and some of them will be going to Market Mall as well. And then tomorrow I'll be working on, actually, I think what I'll do is I'll work on getting linings for, maybe lining for the rest of Paula's order for Badass in Vancouver, because then I can start working on the pockets for the Kato for that. Actually, that's what we'll do, is we'll cut the lining for, we'll just cut linings tomorrow. That's what we'll do. Because I got to do large box bags, and I also have to do small box bags. And I need to get the Kato going as well. So that's what we'll do. Tomorrow will be another cutting day. And then Saturday, I'm going to work on sewing up the pick your own orders that I have currently outstanding. I did have a couple things added to one of the orders, so that's part of it. And honestly, everything's just got, like, time has just gotten away from me in the last couple weeks. So we'll work on that. I really love this citrus fabric. So one of the things that does have to happen before these get sewn is I have to go and take them to the sewing machine. Obviously, all the lining is now cut the same way. We're going to have to actually sew the pieces together before I sew them into bags. So there's still a few steps to these. Big bags are one of the faster bags to produce. I think knot bags are probably the fastest, and then big bags are probably the second fastest. Knot bag is definitely faster because in the cutting process, because I don't have to cut interfacing. It's just an exterior and interior piece. They are obviously marinating right now because I need to actually get my pinking shears back from the sharpener so that I can notch the circular portions of the knot bag before I sew them together. So I had this tiger fabric originally on an ivory and black. And I was so happy to see that they had it in navy because it's such a good print. So good. Like, look at that. And again, that shimmery gold is on it. That's just like, oh, like chef's kiss sort of thing. All right, how many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to ignore this one right now because it's an extra and I don't know why. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 left. I don't know why I'm counting them because it's just like I'm just cutting what I have. All right, there we go. There's hopefully enough fabric off of the bolt. Now this is probably not showing up accurate on your screens because my lighting is not set up for this at all on the laptop. But it is a very vibrant, I want to call it a snow blue. Snow is obviously not blue, but it's like a very vibrant holiday blue. It was actually intended as lining for the batik bags, which is the snowflake batik that I showed a little bit earlier in the stream. And it worked perfectly. It actually picked up some of the tones in the batik when I was making them. I was very pleased, especially having not seen either of those fabrics in person before I purchased them. Everything worked out amazing. Now I just got to figure out what to do with the rest of the bolt of the snowflake batik, which is why I was kind of looking at it like, this should be, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll use it for pockets on the wallets and purses, and like this fabric is new enough that it's not going to actually go bad. Not worried about it rotting on the shelf or anything like that. So get used. Same as this is finally getting used. All right, so we're almost done the blue cuts. So in that case, I think we might be able to do one more cut for something or another. Actually, I think we probably could line up the beige and the white together and just do all. I only have to do 3 cuts of it anyway. And then I'll cut them down tomorrow so that it's lined up for the actual bags. Because if I do it that way, then I end up being able to actually have one lining piece that doesn't need to have its edges sewn together before it's made up. All right, so there's the last of the blue. It's very interesting to see that contrast. This blue looks way brighter actually when it's not against that. So do you know what? We are going to move that to the white because I actually do have a space in the white cuts. Because I don't want it getting dulled down by the interior. All right, so there's the blue done. And look at that, we get to open a new bolt of beige. That's exciting. I don't really sound excited, but like I said earlier, that's partly because it feels like I should be napping instead of in the cutting room. Okay. Scoot all that together so that this is all the way, and then let's just cut. Actually, no, I gotta open this first. And of course, the cat is on his way. So that's why this is, I had to have the fabric in a closed room so that the cats aren't on it constantly. And of course, he's blocking the stream. Dude, we love you. Trust me, they all love you too. Hi, bud. All right, now you need to move, though. Yes, I know. Terrible mom. Making you move. Bags do get lint rolled before they leave the house. All right, there we go. Like this. And we figured out that we need to do 3 cuts of each. So what I'm going to do as I'm going to line up the white edge with the beige edge, and then we're just going to throw it over the edge like that too. All right, it's a little bit crooked there, so we'll leave a little bit extra. There we go. Totally got the cattail in there. All right, there. Okay, so we need a template for this. I'm going to line it up with the white because I know the white has been squared up because I've cut other stuff from it. And then we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. So line that up. This white is really hard to look at today. Okay, 1. Go. Feels like I released 2 of these. Okay. Nope, come here. I don't know why I did it that way, but oh well. All right, so there's 1, 2. 1. Well, that's 1. This is 2. Yeah, so I'm going to cut these, and then I'm actually going to head off the stream. If you want to join me again tomorrow, I'll be on again starting around 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And then I will be back on Saturday, which will be a scheduled stream. So watch the channel or my Instagram or the newsletter, which I will actually be sending out about it. And that day I'm going to try and get the Pick Your Own completely sewn up. So Saturday will be the day. At least for the early ones. I've had a couple more or one more Pick Your Own order that needs to be fulfilled, and that will be fulfilled probably off camera. Maybe it'll be part of one of the impromptu streams because I need to actually cut it from beginning to finish. Or maybe I'll just record the process and post it later because that would be fun to just, since it's not like a high volume amount of bags. I think that's how I'll probably do it. So tomorrow, Thursday, will be linings for all the bags that I've currently cut, and interfacings if we get to it. And then Saturday will be sewing Pick Your Own bags. So there's the linings for the big bags mostly done. They still need to have like a little bit of they need one more cut because that's not like, it's too much fabric. And I can get the 3 bags from it. So, but I'm going to give myself a little bit extra time. So I will see you guys tomorrow if you'd like to join me. And if not, hopefully Saturday. And if not, hopefully on one of the impromptu streams next week before I head out to the Ancient Arts Yarns pop-up. So I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye.